Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and to my bedroom because we are going to be planning a bit of a redesign. I never anticipated that I would have like home and interiors as like part of the content that I'm making, but with 3 videos in, guys, like can I call myself an interior design YouTuber? No, absolutely not. But if you've been along for this journey, basically we live in a 2-bedroom flat and we were planning on moving into a 3 or 4 bedroom house, and that all fell through. And so now we have been slowly, gradually redoing bits of this flat to make it work for us and our changing family's needs. And also just to give it a bit of a refresh. Like, we've lived here for 6 years now and we'd mentally checked out in terms of like, okay, we're going to be moving, but now that we know we're going to be here longer, one, we want to make it like practically work for us, but aesthetically too. And like some of the things that would just be like annoying, people like, it's fine, we're going to move soon, we're not got much longer here, are now things that's like, no, we have to change this, otherwise I will go mad. So we've done our toddler's room. That was previously the home office and spare room. It is now a child's bedroom. And then at the end of last year, we redid our kitchen living room space. And now it is the bedroom's turn because this has become my least favorite room in the house. I hate it. And honestly, I think though, if we hadn't painted this wall during lockdown and it was still just a white box, I would hate it even more. I would just be like so physically uncomfortable in this room. This room basically feels like white IKEA Tetris furniture game. Like the bed is very square and IKEA, the bedside tables are square and white. The bookshelves, which were originally in the office spare room, but we had to move into here. That chest of drawers over there is IKEA again. We basically furnished this entire flat with IKEA when we first moved in because we owned nothing. But now, because we're doing things a bit more slowly and intentionally, we can invest in more expensive or bespoke pieces. And in this room, there's also a built-in wardrobe over here that came with the flat, and I hate it because it's like split in the middle, and so none of my dresses can hang fully. And I've got a lot of maxi dresses, and even some of the midi dresses can't hang fully, and they're all just like scrunched up at the bottom. So that's going to be a thing that we try and solve in this process. So the plan is to change up this room, but before we do so, my husband and I, Dan, were thinking that we needed some help because we kind of knew what our requirements were, but we are not interior designers. We do not have that kind of mind. And so we couldn't figure out like what would be the most effective, aesthetically pleasing, efficient way of using the space in terms of what we need. And so that's where this video comes in. So I've hired 3 different designers to redesign this room for me and produce like 3D renderings, images of this room. And they were all at different price points as well. So we're gonna use these 3 different designers' work to get some inspiration, some ideas, and also just kind of like judge what we like, what we don't like. I'm so excited. These images have been sat on my computer for a while and I've not had a chance to look at them, and I'm like, but before we get into what they've done, I want to share with you the brief, the requirements, the specifications that I sent over. I sent all of them the exact same pictures, photos, and like list of things that we wanted. I sent them over a Pinterest board as well with just like inspiration of like images of bedrooms that I like. There's a theme. There really is not that much variety here, mainly because we want to keep this wall color. We really love this wall color. We can't be bothered to paint it again. And yes, whilst we are going to be like redoing this room, we don't want it to be a huge project, maybe like a medium-sized project. But these are some of the requirements. We want a super king bed. This is currently a king size bed. We want to get a whole new bed, and we want the size to be a UK super king size. We want to have another baby. We spent a lot of time with our first child in that first year before he had his own room, sharing a bed together, and the king size honestly did not cut it. Dan spent a good 8 months sleeping on the floor. So in preparation for hopefully at some point soon having another baby, we want to get a super king size bed. And there also needed to be space for a next to me crib on that side of the bed. Wishful thinking, wishful thinking. We want to change the built-in wardrobe, but we still want a built-in wardrobe. We are happy to like rip that entire thing out, and we want it to be bigger. We need more space for clothes, and like we're not married to having that chest of drawers, so maybe it's like everything is in like a built-in cupboard wardrobe situation and we get rid of that, who knows. But the main requirement is to have enough like long space to hang dresses fully all the way down. And yeah, part of that is a better solution for the chest of drawers, but also a better solution for all of these books. Basically a solution that doesn't feel like IKEA Tetris game. So those are the specifications, but these were our style preferences. So we like the green wall, don't want to repaint it, but we're open to painting other walls and maybe wallpapering, like we'll see. As I mentioned, I don't like all of the boxy white IKEA furniture. I'm over it. I've evolved, we've moved on, I'm 32. We like dark wood, like bedroom vibes with a bit of dark wood, could be nice. The art above the bed, we like. It like works really well with the green wall. We're not married to it, so if they have other ideas of how to use that space and that wall, open to it, but we do like it. I do think it looks good. We like colour, and other colours that we like with the dark green are pinks, yellows and oranges. Kind of similar to what this cushion situation is happening. There's actually no orange in this room, but a lot of the Pinterest images that I was pinning have a lot of orange in there. Green and orange, I like it. I originally attempted to furnish this room with a lot of like metal detailing. So like our bedside table lamps, the frame on the mirror, we have a full length mirror here that also is metal. They're all kind of like either copper or like rose gold. The knobs on the chest of drawers I changed as well. And this was my attempt to like have, I don't know, something a bit different. And I don't hate it, but I do think that I was leaning more towards like styles that I found aesthetically pleasing, but not ones that felt like me. But the mirrors I do like. The bedside tables, not a fan. The lamp is too big. I need a smaller lamp, and so I have more space on my bedside table. And then also I'm open to changing the blinds. Like, the blinds are just blinds. I have no real feelings towards them. Ideally, we don't want to change the carpet because that will be like a whole mission, but we're not sure if there is any carpet underneath the built-in wardrobe. I don't even know if there's any skirting behind it because this is a new build flat, and so it was built with that wardrobe in it. And when I look at it, I'm like, I don't think there's any carpet or skirting underneath there. So that could be an issue. Like, we might be forced to like redo the entire floor and skirting depending on where a wardrobe goes. We'll see. And then also in terms of decor, we're keeping the boobs and the vulva cast, but happy to move them around and change where they are. The neon sign, however, that's staying where it is. That's staying above the bathroom door. So those are the requirements. I feel like it's a good amount. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got just enough like restrictions to like get a bit creative and like problem solve and all of that. Like, I think it's a good brief. I don't know. I'm not a designer, so like maybe like professional designers will be like, what on earth? But I think that's a solid brief. I think it would give them some good direction. So like I mentioned, 3 designers, 3 different price points, and we're gonna go through each of them. So designer 1 cost £78.76, and they turned that around in 2 weeks. Designer 2 was £123.11, and they turned that around in 5 days. And then designer 3 was £322.43, and they took 2 weeks. And I found all of these people on Fiverr, and that last really expensive one was like a Fiverr Pro person. So I don't really know what that means, but I figured let's give it a go and see. Okay, I'm so excited now. I'm so excited. So I sent them over all those requirements, photos, floor plans, measurements, everything. Right, I'm gonna shuffle myself to the side here so you can see the images with me. Got my laptop ready to go. Right, designer 1. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. The first thing I immediately see is like the bedside lamps just like coming down from the ceiling. And that's a really cool solution because then it's taking up no space on the bedside table. Oh my God. Okay. So I like the kind of like wicker bed situation. We've got like wardrobe where the current wardrobe is, but it just, yeah, it's bigger. Well, there might be a better view. And then on the other side is like bookshelves, chest of drawers, and a vanity table. Let's look at the next picture. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, okay. Oh wow, they have done nothing to like the window wall. There's like nothing there. That's so funny because like that first image, it looks like really thought out, and then it looks like it's kind of not finished. But I really like this kind of bookshelves, drawers. You've got the vanity with the mirror, although like I wouldn't need that. That's like somewhere to sit down and like do my hair and makeup. I don't need that, but it's a nice idea. And also I think these books are like behind glass, but they've put like lights around it, like maybe like LED strips or something. That's kind of cool. I like the poof on the floor. It's a bit random. We used to have like an ottoman in this room that is now in the hallway, and actually like we don't have anywhere to put stuff. So, you know, like your pajamas or your trousers at the end of the day, or the pillows off the bed, like everything now just goes on the floor. And I know people are like, don't put a chair in your bedroom because then it'll end up being the dumping chair. But that's better than everything just being on the floor. So maybe we do need a little poof like that to become the dumping poof. Right, next picture. Okay, so now we're getting the other view of the wardrobe. I like this wardrobe. It looks huge. It's coming out a lot more. Like the furthest we'd be able to bring it out is like we have the thermostat and the light switches by the door, and we would just be able to like bring it out. Like that looks like it's got enough space for that. But that would be handy in terms of not having to redo any carpet or skirting if we like kept everything there and just made it bigger. Cool, cool, cool. I don't like this wood though. I need it darker, I think. Oh, I don't know. Right, again, plain wall. This is the thing, like when I'm lying in bed, that is the view that I get the most, like this window view. So I need something on this wall. Yeah, maybe it's my boobs and the vulva cast, but that is just like, that is like, I don't want to wake up to that view. Like that's just a bit dull to me. Okay, next image. This is nice. This is kind of nice and cozy. See, this is nice. And then the other wall, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know how possible it would be to like put lamps in the ceiling, but I've also seen like just having lamps like coming off the wall just a bit higher up than the table. Could be nice, could be nice. The bedside tables themselves are fine. Next image. Ooh, we got from above. Yeah, looks fine. Oh, and another one from above. We've got like the full floor plan situation. Is that really a super king size bed? I'm like looking at, oh wait, no, I think it is, because currently we've got bed and then my bedside table, and then there is like a sizable gap between the end of my bedside table and the bathroom door. But here it's like bedside table, bathroom door. So yeah, this is a super king. Wow. But like, look how much space there is still. Like it genuinely feels like there's not a lot of space in this room, like floor space, like walking around the bed and stuff. But from this image, I'm like, there's tons of space. There's loads of space. That's everything from person number one. I mean, I think the only thing I've really taken away from that one is we could just rebuild a bigger wardrobe here, just extend it, but not much else. I like the bed. If we could find like a nice bed like that, it feels like it's got like the wood aesthetic, but because it's a bit wickery on the back, like it would be more comfortable to lean up against. That's what I'm thinking. And then the solution of like figuring out the lamp situation so it's not taking up space on the bedside table, I like. Right, designer number 2. This was our medium price person. We've got less images from this person. Right, let's go. Ooh, wow. This is like immediately brighter and fresher. Do you get that? Do you get that vibe? Wow, okay. Do I like the brightness and the freshness? Because in my head, it's like, I want to get rid of the white IKEA vibes, but will the dark wood be too moody in here? Because also, one of the things that I learned from all of the various like interior design, like home renovation shows that I watched when I thought I was going to be moving house is to work with the space that you have. So we have a new build flat. It's contemporary, it's modern. Whereas like a dark wood feels a bit more traditional. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just going off vibes. So it's about working with the space that you have rather than like fighting against it. And this feels like it's very much working with the space, but I do feel like I'm over the white furniture. But this, I think she's kept our chest of drawers and our bookshelves in this, which would save us some money. There's also that. Is it hard to like paint IKEA furniture? I've seen lots of people do it, but I've also seen people like be like, no, you can't. Okay, so they've also put the painting on that wall and then like a shelf above the bed. And I like this bed. I like this wooden bed, but I'm really intrigued by the fact they've basically put everything on that wall. Okay, this is the view of the bed. They've put the cot in, wishful thinking. That's wild, like how much space it looks like there is like on that side. Oh, they've put a lamp over the painting as well. They've also put lamps like above the bedside tables, like on the wall. Wait, and then there's like nothing on this wall, like nothing on this wall, like the door wall. What would we put on that shelf? Like on the shelf above the bed, other than a tissue box, which we always have there. I don't know. Right, next. Okay, right, yeah, we're getting a bit more of a view of what's going on here. So we've got the mirror and a laundry basket seems to be what is on that far wall. But I'm more intrigued by what she's got going on the window wall. Like, that is wild. And also, we've got very similar bedside tables to the previous one. Okay, here we go. Window wall. There is something that I do quite like about having the chest of drawers like under the window. And then you've got a big wardrobe that looks pretty big. And then we've got our bookshelves. Would they fit there? Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. My only concern about this is like how much space you have to work with when you're opening drawers, opening cupboard doors, and the bed is right there. Like, you probably could open it. There's like room to open it, but is there then room for you to stand and like move around? But I think I'm over the white. And the other thing is, it's not like I can be at the chest of drawers and like have a lovely view out the window, because actually that window is on an outdoor, like shared corridor that only one other person uses actually. But we have like frosting, like a sticky frosting thing that we put on the window, because otherwise our neighbour, who is great, but we don't really want him to be able to like walk past and see directly into our bedroom. So we can't really like see out that window either. But if the bookshelves can fit there, that could be a nice idea, because currently where they are now, the bathroom door can't fully open. Like the bathroom door just like slams into the bookshelves. So they will be moving if we do keep them. Oh, and then we have a floor plan with our super king bed, crib, mirror, wardrobe, chest of drawers, bookshelves. And she's put like a wooden top on the top of the bookshelves. I have no idea how you would achieve that, but there it is. Okay, now I'm thinking like, what am I taking away from these? I'm not sure. Right, designer 3, £300. I've got high hopes. Right, we've got 11 images. Let's do it. Let's go. Ooh, the orange is here. The orange from the mood boardy pictures is here. And we also have the wall lights. Clearly when somebody says, I need space on my bedside table, that is just like a designer's go-to, like, well, we just don't put the lamp on the table. Easy solve. But do you need to get like an electrician to do that? Because then do you need to like have wires in the walls? I don't know. Right, one thing I have noticed is that she's put like storage space up here, and it goes all the way to the door, and then she's moved along the doing it sign. That is not possible. The doing it sign is staying where it is, and she's made the doing it sign smaller than it actually is. If this was the case, this doing it sign would be like poking out a lot further. But this is like darker and moodier for sure. I don't think I like the fabric bed. I think I definitely like the wooden bed better than like a fabric one. Even though like that would be kind of nice to like lean up against, it would be comfier. I don't know, but aesthetically, I'm not sure. Right, but I'm really curious to see what is happening on these two side walls. Let's go. Right, what is that? What is that by the bathroom door? What is that? I don't understand. Is it a bit of wallpaper? Like, is it just space for the door to open into? But why does it look textured and patterned? But what we do have here is we've got like some storage up top, And then we've got open bookshelves. I love that she's got the boobs in there. She's got the boob cast in there. That's brilliant. And then chest of drawers and what looks like a vanity and a mirror. Oh, wow. Okay. This is different. Okay. We're seeing the window wall a little bit. Okay, but oh my God. Okay, my brain. Okay. Oh, so that's like a really quite big chest of drawers. Then you've got this storage thing going around the top. I don't know if I like that. I just find the like wallpaper behind the door, like literally just like, this is the space for the door when it opens. I don't know. I find that kind of odd. But obviously you do need that space, but it just looks weird. I don't know. And the bookshelves are nice, but I just don't feel like there's enough space. I feel like I need more bookshelf space than that. But I like the chest of drawers. I mean, our chest of drawers is already there. Will it feel like a big enough change? But let's see the next photo because I'm very curious about this window wall. All right, no, we're not getting the window wall. Oh, she's added in the cart to see if there's space. It doesn't look like there's a huge amount of space to move around there, especially between the chest of drawers and the cart. Like that is tight. That is real tight. Oh, a little close up of our bedside table. Oh, we've got some, I don't know, candles and oil things, oil sticks, I don't know. One of those things. I like the kind of like satiny sheets. A bit more of this again. She's not included my vulva. She's kept the boobs. And I think she's made my boobs a lot smaller, but I can't see the vulva cast anywhere. She's got up the other print that we have on the wall there, which I appreciate. This designer actually did ask me for like high-res images of the art so that she could include it. And I found like the website where they were from. Full disclaimer, they were originally gifted from a company called Unique that do lots of different prints and stuff. And that was like, I don't know, several years ago, but I still like them. Oh, a close-up of the dressing table. What? Oh my God, we can see the titles of some of these fake books. Modern Architecture. Book title, love that. The Black Tulip. Out of the Whist. The Fashion Book. Oh, this one's upside down, I can't read it. Oh God. Fashion Design. Great. Okay, right, we've got window wall. Okay, she's put curtains on and she's changed the blinds, I don't know what that is, to like a scrunchy kind of blind. But curtains? I hadn't thought about curtains. Could be interesting. So the only issue that we've had with blinds in this flat, which is very annoying because like the way that she's done it here would not be possible, which is basically that the window is like inset and the window can like open on a tilt and it can also fully open, but it goes all the way to the top. So you can't put a runner for blinds or a curtain like directly next to the window because then otherwise you can't open it. Like the bulkiness of the curtain rail or the blind rail or whatever is in the way, like you wouldn't be able to open it. So we have had to put our blinds like on the ceiling and then it comes down outside of the window. But in this image, the blinds are inside of the window, like alcove bit, which just wouldn't be possible unless we never wanted to open our window again, which in the summer, we open that window a lot. And so with the blinds actually coming from the ceiling, and then if we wanted curtains on top of blinds, then they'd have to come out even further. Or maybe we just go full curtains. I do quite like it. It's kind of cool, like from ceiling to floor. And then she's got these like little plant baskets, which I mean are fine. I don't think we've got a single like actual like alive plant thing in our flat. We're just not plant people. We don't even have any on our balcony. We tried when I first moved in. I was like, oh, we can put plant pots in the balcony. Dead, all of them. This wallpaper I do not like. And the fact that it's like, it just looks like weirdly textured and just beige. And the curtains are beige. Not a fan. Right, next. Oh, okay, interesting. So then we've got a big mirror and then we've got this like fancy built-in wardrobe thing going on here. Are these like sliding doors? But yeah, we've got like the metal rim and then it's like a dark blue. It doesn't look like it's the same as the green unless that's the green that she's kind of interpreted it as. No, it is a different green. Oh, but she's continued to paint around the door. I quite like that, just like continue the paint around two walls and then have the same or a similar colour for the built-in wardrobe. I'm not really a fan of like the metal rim. Now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, yeah, metal detailing, like that's quite intense. That's not for me. It looks a bit too like contemporary and modern for me, even though like I don't know, a lot of the flat is kind of modern. I don't know. It feels very like mature and grown up and adult. And I'm like, I just need it to be a bit more whimsical. I don't know what words to use to describe interior design. But this is interesting, but this interesting. Okay, just a close up. We've got a close up there. Oh, that's it. Right. Okay. Food for thought. Food for thought indeed. Now, the next thing to do is to show these to Dan and get his thoughts on them. But where I'm currently at is I like the idea of like continuing the paint around the wall, like doing another wall of paint so it just feels less white and boxy in here. I like the dark wood bed. Those are my favorite beds. And then I think in terms of practicality, having the built-in wardrobe where it is but bigger and either a dark wood or the same color as the wall, but maybe with like some like textured finishings so that it isn't just flat. So it like stands out a bit, kind of in the same way that that last designer had the metal around it. So it like stands out a bit, but like something else. And then I'm still unsure about what to do with the chest of drawers and the bookshelves. What if we do like another built-in thing over there? Or what if it's another built-in thing, but in the corner, just to give that wall a bit of love? And if it's built in over there, it won't come as far, and then there'd still be room for a cart without there only being like a tiny gap to walk through. Because as much as I think that it was interesting having everything, like all of the storage on that wall, I just don't think it's practical. I just don't think we would have like the space to move. Like we used to have the ottoman there and that felt really narrow. And at the moment we moved it out, we were like, oh my God, we've got space in this bedroom again. Lots to think about. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Which design was your favorite and what elements of them did you like, not like? Honestly, give me your solicited advice. Like if you have any thoughts or ideas and things like based off what I've shared in this video, like please let me know. We have made no decisions at this point and I don't know when we will, but when we do, I'm sure I'll be making a video of the whole process of changing up this room. I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that video whenever it comes, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.